Coach, I mean, first playoff game for a lot of these young ladies, the nerves were going, but then things settled down and Boardman basketball came out again. The pride that you have for these young ladies, talk about it.
Yeah, we were down 16-8. And we closed that first half on an 11-0 run to actually take the 19-16 lead. I thought was really big. And you hit it right, DJ, with the nerves. And I said this in another interview, that this was MC and Sam's first playoff game. Now, last year we played 2, but they didn't get in those games. So you never know how those nerves are going to be. And Sarah Barrow came off the bench last year. So this is really some of their first playoff action. And you could prepare 22 games as much as you want, but that first time you get out here and it's a lose and go home scenario, that ramps up the pressure a little bit.
You talk about Caitlin Clark, a big week for her this week, but I'll tell you what, Riccatelli just draining things very similar. She was not going to let you lose this game.
No, and you know what? There are times where I feel like Kenzie goes from 0 to 20 points in seconds. She didn't have any the whole first quarter. And Perry was doing a great job. I give him a ton of credit of getting after her. So they were switching all our screens. They were doubling her and getting the ball out of her hands. And then she made that one layup. And I burned the timeout right away just to be like, all right, you saw it go in, you're feeling good. And there was no rationale for that timeout other than, are we good now? You've made one, you've understood it. And then we just ran the plays for her. That flare screen a couple times, we got her. And then in her credit, she was missing them in the first quarter. She buried them the rest of the game.
I feel like I've seen all the games this year for Boardman. This might have been the worst shooting performance in the first half. How do you as a coach keep your team patient and persistent?
Well, you know what? You're never going to shoot the ball like we did against Warren JFK or Howland or teams like that all the time. It's hard consistently because we're a team that kind of lives and dies a little bit with the 3. But one thing you can always do is you can grind in defense. And in the first half, we had MC on their big and we had Sarah Barrow on 11. And that kind of got Sarah Barrow outside her rebounding area. And so what we did, a nice adjustment we made at halftime or before halftime, was we put Sarah on 33 because 33 wasn't coming out of the paint. Mm-hmm. And then we moved MC a little bit, and that allowed Sarah freeness, to get those rebounds that we needed to get. So if we felt like if we held them to one shot, some of our shots would start to fall, and then we could start getting our rhythm.